a lot of places to drop on. So let's just see if there will be a bunch of teams that will be dropping off in the same area, and we're gonna be waiting on those early game engagements.
And yep, here we have it once again, guys. Of course, show your support to your favorite teams right here. Of course, like, comment, and share the stream. And yeah, we're gonna be witnessing the last two matches for tonight and for this tournament. And with this point already, I think these players are just gonna be quite spread out. Though probably they will have to meet each other in a few moments since the flight path is really just trying to stack them all together in a different in one spot.
Yeah, but let's see. Moiki teams have been playing right here. Boom Esports, Yummy with the Johan, with Johan, and yeah, I think he's gonna push indeed, but Octa does nothing, and Yummy the last man standing. Yummy Johan just waiting up front, but this is it, giving some shots with the UM. Peter gets one, not getting two, not getting three, not getting four, but that's it. They're gonna go to lobby. Goodbye. Boom.
That was pretty funny for Johan. I mean, that was like their last. They knew that they were ghosted, and they just tried to put as much bullets against glue as possible. Of course, not over just yet. FaZe Clan versus Roy Esports in this compound. Let's see. FaZe Clan, Canary falls down outside of the house. Jukai has already been knocked down, but on the other hand, Roy Esports, I think there's still a full, squad outside. Margaret steps outside in the wrong time, gets a finished off as well. And we're seeing Roy Esports has 4 eliminations, and they managed to wipe FaZe off.
And yeah, I mean, my predictions were pretty much on point. Looking at it already, the players have no choice but to really just meet each other at this point. So they have to just look for a lot of those elimination points and a lot of those skills. And eventually, at the end of the day, I mean, you know what? We could possibly see an earlier, an earlier
Yes.
finish to these games. But for now, here we have once again
Ooh.
definitely we have seen that grenade elimination points coming in from the side of Alter Ego. That's Alva already shooting those grenades in and throwing them up. I think they're gonna be clearing them as well. But for New Era, they will be eliminated, and that's just gonna be 3 teams eliminated in just 3 minutes.
Yeah, we're down to 13 teams and 49 players in this game. And I mean, I'm loving it. Not even 4 minutes into the game, and we're already on the line of 4. And in terms of players, of early pickoffs in terms of teams. I mean, that's Boom, that's NWE, that's FaZe as well. And unfortunately, we won't be seeing them until the next map. They'll only have one last chance to prove themselves in the leaderboards, and that's quite unfortunate. But on the other hand, for a lot of these teams, especially those at least at top 5, there's a pretty good competition to had there, because the leaderboards are a little bit volatile. I mean, they're very close in points, and one good game they might be able to overtake the placement right above them, and so they'll have a better rank later on. But of course, that all depends on how they're gonna go ahead and perform in this map. And so with that, that's something that we'll be looking forward to. But right now, I think everyone's just kind of looting the place up.
And yep, with 13 teams still remain as we near on to the first 5 minutes into the game. Definitely for now, Miramar once again is a quite very complex map, especially since we don't really see a lot of those waters only at the bottom part. And you know what, considering that they're all pretty much clumped up in this part of the map, then definitely they have to face each other. The guns blazing in as well, connecting those shots, but it will not find an elimination. The grenade being thrown at in response as well as Tremdeus. Oh, the grenade, they actually gets one down. And yeah, definitely for
Oh,
this, definitely, oh, the pan. There you have it. And yeah, I mean, definitely at this point, we could possibly see a lot of those engagement from Peter. What's the sound again, Sam, for Peter? El
ting,
Tinding, yeah,
ting,
there.
ting.
That's so cute.
But yeah, it's pretty wild, I love these random because oh my gosh, XSP just got wiped out by BTR back there. And so with that, BTR walks away with 2 eliminations. So pretty good start for BTR, especially since they need those points at this rate. I mean, they still have 2 more games, so 2 good games, they might climb their way up to one of the placements that have a cut of the prize pool. So let's just wait and see how that's gonna work out. But right now they're a little bit far off from, let's say, top number 579, which has 68 points right now. But of course, we're still 6 minutes into this second to the last game. So there's a lot of things that could happen. I'm not really seeing any consistency with any one team. So you know what? I think it's gonna be a surprise who's gonna be the champion. Yeah, and right now we're looking at Vampire Esports. I think they're just trying to go for those long range shots. Unfortunately, they're not gonna be taking down that car just yet. I think the car's playing around with them. Sony K trying their best to get those. Fortunately, I think they're gonna. That was Sem 9, I believe. That was Sem since. And Vampire Esports, they have a pretty good vantage point. They have the high rank. On the other hand, they're not gonna be getting in. That goes the same with Todak. That goes the same with Arena. Everyone's just taking position around the. I think it's about to be happening because Vampire Esports, they're nearby Law, and so Newsy with their guns out, with their crosshairs out. Let's see if they're gonna be. Actually, since they're both out in the open.
Right here, looking at Claw Esports, I think we're gonna be heading on to an engagement against Vampire Esports right here, just a few moments or so. But yeah, currently Vampire Esports are also taking their time. The grenades being ready to throw as well, hoping to get that out, but it will not really happen. I think it's too far unless Cloan still makes it out alive. And in a couple of gunfights, Tony K already got one, and I think they're gonna be trying to get them down. But one member from Vampire, that's gonna be Tony, also being downed as well. So this makes it a 3v3, actually a 3v2 for these teams.
Once again, Claw is still number 2 on the leaderboards. If they get picked off now, there's a huge chance that they'll be overtaken in terms of points, in terms of ranks. So, crossing their fingers that they're gonna be staying alive here in So right now we're watching them go against each other. This is potentially a 3 versus 4, I believe. I think there's one person in Vampire East knock, but right now with their grenade out, this is gonna be taking down Nuki. That's a knock on their side. So that man might be to get that finisher on. And also out in the open. And Claw, this is gonna be a 2 versus 1, but still Claw still stays alive. That's a 2 down, knockdown on the side of Claw, and with that, Peng is the last person staying. So with that, Esports, all they have to do is hunt down the last player, and it's gonna be the end for Claw Esports. Yeah, there we go. That's a confirmation, and I believe that's a Claw by the hands of Vampire Esports.
Lucy being eliminated as well, but with a grenade. And you know what? For these teams, it does look like the stage 2 is, I mean, the danger zone is getting a few of them down. But you know what? Again, 11 teams currently remain. So at this point forward, we could be seeing a lot of those engagement. Still 10 minutes, maybe only a few, but not really game changing unless Glue really goes in for a risk, and maybe a few of them will be eliminated. I don't know. How about you, Annie? What do you think?
I think we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, there's a lot of things that could still happen at this rate. And taking a look at that map, it's definitely closing in to a lot of buildings, a lot of open fields as well. But wow, MEC person from MEC just got finished off. BTR has their 3rd elimination. There's someone else from MEC. They're gonna be too late, but still, there's potentially a kill to be had. Alter Ego, on the other hand, they have control over this building. That they're just gonna be yeah, that's Roy Esports. Roy Esports, they're gonna be trying to storm the place in, trying to get those eliminations. But on the other hand, Alter Ego air. So this exactly what we're seeing now.
Alter Ego still roaming around trying to get those points in, especially that They were previously the top one placers. They really have to do a lot of catching up, so that they can eventually get into the top one spot. Because currently Globlog is really holding it strong, and it does look like no one is challenging them to really take that spot away from them. So I think Globlog is just chilling it here. They can get a few kills from this point forward, but you know what? Oh, actually, look at it. Claw Esports are near Globlog, but they were eliminated with 0 points for this match. So the next game really is just gonna be a very tight spot for them. It's just gonna be their do or die moment in order for them to at least get it back.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Claw, they lost their chance in the second to the last map, and there's a huge chance RRQ might be able to overtake them. Even Roy, even Sem9 actually. And we're gonna be saying goodbye to the leaderboards, and that just puts a lot of mystery on who will be champion. You know what? You guys know the drill, especially on tournaments like this. Right now, we're taking a look at what Astrum Deus is up to. It looks like they have the high ground. They're trying to hunt down for some kills. They're using their scopes, trying to see if they can get any movements out in the open. But right now, they're not gonna be seeing any of them. But RRQ, however, they're nearby Sem9, and this is gonna be interesting because Sem9 and RRQ, they're a bit close to each other in terms of the leaderboards. So whoever gets picked off here, they're putting a lot of disadvantage to the losing team.
And yeah, while that was happening right here, looking at the map, well, I think almost all of the teams are already inside the circle, so they're pretty much safe. RRQ, however, will be committing to this, or maybe not, because he has traded a few shots in before getting inside his car and moving away of this area, or maybe they're trying to reposition, but they're really planning to take this one away from Sam 9. But yeah, currently we're gonna be heading on for the first 14 minutes. We're almost gonna be concluding that one. But yeah, for now, no one will be going in for an engagement just yet.
Yep, down to 11 teams, 41 players, and as you said it, we're gonna be going to the 14-minute mark. Vampire Esports still out in the open, trying to scout out some kills, and with that queue, they're getting eaten up by that blue circle. And actually, I think that was a split push. There were two players from RQ that were on their vehicles, and the two other players popping out. So with that, I think they're gonna be going on that rendezvous real quick, and the rest of them. There's a lot of teams outside of that circle. They're gonna be moving in. There's a lot of chances that, let's say, the likes of EA or VAP be able to go ahead and get those gatekeepers. Actually, BTR, they could gatekeep that circle. And so this is going to be really interesting soon as that circle closes.
And for now, again, checking the map right here, since the circle has really drastically became smaller, it's gonna be challenging for most of these teams to get inside safely. And now, 15 minutes into the game, already Vampire Esports on their high ground advantage, spots a few down, but they will not be able to take those few kills. But yeah, that's gonna be Tony K. We'll find down. It's gonna be Joker, which you know what, these are some noticeable players. And Tony K, actually no, Turney fell down, or was that someone else? I'm not sure, but yeah, Tony will be on the other hand from Vampire Esports will be getting those domination from here on out.
Yep, and we're hoping something interesting happens real soon. And for here, there's actually a lot of teams in the same area, so hoping that something happens at that rate, because right now everyone's really playing safe, and that's just to be expected, especially since this is the second to the last map of the tournament. And so with that, there's a lot of pressure, especially for the top 5 teams. I believe there was Glue and there was Claw that got eliminated off just a while ago. I think Sem9 is one of those teams as well, RRQ, and some other teams, they need to catch up quite a lot. So, all eyes on your favorite team, guys. And of course, make a lot of noise in the live stream comment section. And of course, Blue, we're taking a look at what they're up to right now. Last we saw they are the top one team and they have to defend that title. It'll be a little bit easier since a claw has already been picked off from this map, but still they still have to kind of get as much points as possible to solidify their number one spot.
And for now, right here, still 11 teams are currently up, but Bigatron Academy could be facing against MEC. If done right, they could get points from this one, and maybe they could move up the leaderboard. But right here, Alter Ego still up and running with 5 points, and I think they're starting to get this one back on track. And you know what? They have two chances left. So this is very, very crucial for Alter Ego to take back their first place. For now, I think nothing will be happening. Still 11 teams at this point in time. So again, we can't expect a lot of engagements, especially that this is the last two games. So they're just very careful.
Yep, gonna be careful. BTR with MEC Snape takes some damage, but it's not gonna be enough to pick him off. And so with that, BTR MEC just a 3 at this rate. Manzi takes it, kick down. And that's one after the other. That's already 3 knocked down on the side of BTR. Snape's all that's left. And with Snape down, I think that's a full finisher. MEC walks away with 5 whole nations. Oh, why? But of course, not over MEC Keem. They have a sight on another squad nearby. I believe that was Sem9 just a while ago. But I think they'll be biding their time first. They have to reset after their skirmish with BTR.
10 teams remain, 18 minutes already into the game, and we could possibly be starting to see a lot of these fights from here on out that would guarantee them some wins. But for now, they're taking this one slowly but surely. The Arena, on the other hand, I think would go on a flanking or type of game right here. I'm still not sure, but with the rest of the teams, they're doing quite well. Again, every time I really just look at the games right here, nothing will be happening. Oh,
What the?
oh. Okay. Nice vehicle right there, but definitely the grenade to follow that up, Molotov, hoping to block their way, which actually buys time for Ka from Roy Esports to maybe reposition or prepare for their attack.
Yep, that's gonna happen right now. EA versus Roy Esports. EA is at the bottom part of this, and Kai just took a bit of damage up the stairs. Ka falls off as well, but not to worry. There's still several players from the side of Roy Esports. That's a lie, but Arena, however, still have 3 people on their team. They only have 1 elimination so far, and so they're gonna be hunting down the rest of the players from Roy Esports. All the while, Vampire Esports, they're still up here in the elevation, having the high ground. The question is, will they get more points? EA trying to get away, and Tony K trying to snipe them down, seeing their vehicles moving up and about. And so, question now is, will they get an elimination from this, or will EA manage to survive once? Roy Esports and EA, they're going against each other, and all the while, Vampire is putting a lot of pressure as well. And speaking of pressure, it's also that blue zone coming in up these 2 teams. It's quite a mess, but in the end, and got eliminated.
8 teams still remain. 20 minutes already into the game, and we could hopefully this is like the part where we really see a lot of that action coming in. Looking at RRQ right now, they have the higher ground advantage, that's for sure, but they're gonna be trying to fight this one against Sem9. I think that is Sem9. But yeah, the grenade coming in, hoping to get one down. The shots also trying to connect, with one member from RRQ will fall down. Now hoping it doesn't get worse because Todak has entered the game. Roy Esports, one of them will fall down. And now it does look like he was spotted one already from Sem9, hoping to get that with a grenade, but he gets hit with a grenade of their own. But with that in mind, leaves with a half of HP remaining, and they're trying to fight back.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. RRQ versus Todak versus Sem9 in an open field. No less is 7 last teams, 27 players in 21. The last one, especially teams, still have a lot of balls in their inventory. That actually RRQ out in the open at the edge of that circle. They're trying to be safe as possible. The kill feed's a little bit quiet, so someone's got to throw that first grenade. Things got 7-9 right now. They only have 2 eliminations so far. AE takes the one down from the side of Web. We'll be saying goodbye for now. But up in the open field, and still up and running. They're still up in the running. 7 teams. You know, we're almost down to 5 teams. It doesn't look like anyone to move. Just wait to see if anyone will get that. Yep, definitely 9 gets.
And yeah, definitely for Vampire Esports, they're still gonna be trying to fight back right here with 7 points into the team. Alter Ego on the other end, Alpha will find one. Krypton to be followed up with a shotgun kill as well. And I think they're gonna be waiting for that confirmation kill. Astrum Deus on the other hand, now on the lower part of the map. Krypton will be down from Alter Ego. RRQ as well. That's gonna be Hans eliminated with a grenade. Krypton confirmed to be dead. And now 7 points for Alter Ego, still trying to fight back with the last 2 members. Now still Vampire Esports currently up with all of their members alive, and with Sem9 still 1 member going down. He will be needing some backup, and again the guns are blazing in a very small circle. No choice but to fight them all at once. Astrum Deus on the other hand will take 1 down from Alter Ego. Sem9 still on the lower part of the map, hoping to at least get a few of them down. I think they're just really laying these ones carefully, but for now, once again back into the game. Vampire Esports finds another kill, and I think they're slowly increasing their kills, actually reaching 10 points into their team. And with the 7 teams remaining, RRQ still tries to fight back. Now,
Yeah, Todak up here, and Lapa trying to get those kills, but unfortunately, I think that's gonna happen now. That's actually a grenade in. Anything pops up. Moving back, they have to get really aggressive at this point. There's only 1 elimination side of RRQ, so they have to work extra hard if they want to get as much points as possible from this map. But all the while, we're seeing Todak is actually down to 2 players left, and that's saying that there's still 0 work as well. They have to be aggressive at this point. Vampire Esports out and about. They spot rather out corner. RQ takes down Peck over the side of Todak, and there's only 1 player left. Revive in the bag, and there's a lot of people. That's 19 people actually inside the small soil circle. Todak all the while goes down as the 7th team. We're down to 6 teams. Vampire is against.
And yep, here we have once again Astrum Deus on the lower part of the mountain range. The RRQ also trying to fight this one against Sem9. As again, Pharrell on the other hand, prepared with a grenade in hand, hoping to get one down, but will not hit just now. Peter on the other hand from Astrum Deus also get those shots in. Pika will find the grenade elimination, waiting to confirm that one. Peter still trying to fight back. The smoke coming in, hoping to cover their tracks, and hoping to at least give them a little bit of a quiet entry. Sem9 on the other hand will find one from RRQ, and now it's gonna be 1 point going for their team. 3 members currently up, 1 member needing some backup, but Tony K from Vampire Esports will find one. Astrum Deus will also find one. Tony K gets 2. RRQ looking for more, looking for 2, looking for the 3rd one right here, but with Vampire Esports, it's just gonna be in right here. RRQ joins in the fight. The shotgun connects as he falls down. A little bit of a recoil from that one, a little bit of a fall off, but right here, Hans still manages to get those kills down. Sem9 plays as number 6 as they get eliminated. Astrum Deus joins into the fight, and now still trying to fight back. RRQ looking for a couple of sprays with his rifle, and still hoping to get that down. But right here, look at here, Glublug joins into the fight with the shotgun, the rifle, everything connects. RRQ fights back, but when 5 teams remain, Vampire Esports still tries to get those down, or got a lot of those kills down with 13 points already. But fear not, Glublug is here, 6 points already in the making. RRQ on the other hand would go down, and I think they got eliminated. Vampire Esports will put the final nail of the coffin. And right here, we have here the top 4 teams. Vampire Esports versus Alter Ego, Glublug, and now Astrum Deus. Glublug on the other hand, there you have it, going in for a couple of sprays. It's gonna be Alva from Alter Ego, will find one from Astrum Deus, and now he's just gonna be looking for more as Alva puts that confirmation kill once more. Still.
Yep. This is gonna be interesting. Alpha got executed right in down. Actually, they got eliminated off completely. That's 3 teams left, 4 players left. Vampire Esports with the numbers advantage. Let's see if it's gonna be helping them because got confirmed by Glue Squad Esports. Stickly with 5 eliminations already. Versus 1 is Vampire Esports. Down is Stickly. Slowly but surely, damage coming in. Stickly, low on health. It looks like Vampire Esports will